And so we're going to wrap up in exactly 0 minutes. All right, so just a recap. Interview 3 requires the submission of several files. Behavioral incidents for students with disability requires approval for the SELPA and the LEA. This year in particular, we want you to coordinate the certification and the approval for end of year 3 and the end of year 4 using the same revision. Check the revision ID between both submissions and the revision date. The end of year 3 data is reflective of the entire academic year. This is true of all end of year data collections. STAS exemptions are submitted in the STAS. Students are exempted from absence and attendance reporting. However, every student that is primary or short-term enrolled should have a STAS record. STAS records should not be reported for NPS students. 1-year graduate counts are listed in the dedicated reports 1.22 and 1.23. All students must be exited at the end of the year. In order to certify end of year 3, that is required. Students must have a program 191 record during this year to be counted as homeless. That was good and fast. So here are our suggested milestones. It's very early. The two things are these are only suggestions, and we would prefer you to make your own internal calendars. But we do hope that you strive to meet the 7-Eleven no error date, right? I can assure you that if you have 0 errors on or before 7-Eleven, you will be sitting pretty with your legs kicked up and your fingers interlaced behind your head. We talked about resources earlier, so we just talk about methods of support. You all should know how to contact both the CalPAD service desk and the CSIS monitor. I would say that we prefer you to use the web form. You usually get a faster response. If you're new, there's the CSIS and the CalPADS listserv. The CSIS listserv is a two-way communication platform. Honestly, most of the conversation is amongst LEAs. Every now and then, someone from the CDE or CSIS will send out some information on the listserv. It's kind of random, but they will send it out. And then there's the CalPADS listserv. The CalPADS has an LEA listserv, and you get a one-way form of communication. So whenever there's a CalPADS announcement, the CDE will use the listserv sometimes. Like flash messages are often released on the listserv, sometimes weeks before they're published. So definitely sign up for the CalPADS listserv. And then we don't have it featured here, the CalPADS Q&A. I would implore you to listen in to the Q&A. It's at 3 o'clock. You don't have to answer a question. You just join a Zoom meeting, put your headphones on. You get to listen to the analysts and CDE answer questions from your peers. And if you have something, they will answer on the fly or do their best. So with that, certainly want to say thank you.
You have completed this training. Thank you for attending.